is on Barnes Avenue between Allerton and Arnow. You can't walk there. You can take the BX39 bus. You could also take the B line bus, which is on Boston Road. 60, 61, and 62. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, it's the 26 bus, not the 39 bus. Sorry. From Allerton Library, the branch manager, Emmanuel Martinez.
Wow.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, first I want to introduce myself. As you know, Emmanuel Martinez from the Allerton Library, and I've been there. Next month I will be there a year. So I am trying to make major improvements and major changes and become more involved with the community. So thank you for inviting me here to this meeting. I really appreciate that. I left some business cards on the table. If any of you have any concerns, issues, any type of advice that I can do to improve the library, I'm more than welcome to hear it, and I definitely am open to new suggestions and ideas as well. First, I want to talk about a new project that we got going on. It's actually something that started out in Manhattan. Manhattan is called, it's an oral history project. So I got a flyer here, and I'm pretty sure it was brought up in the community, another association, another meeting as well, yes. Because we are working with the Pelham Parkway Van Ness branch. We are working with the Morris Park Library and myself, the Allerton branch. So what we're doing is called Voices from the East, from east of the Bronx Park. Sorry, excuse me. And what it is basically, it's capturing stories, your stories of the neighborhood, and we're trying to get more of a sense of the history of the neighborhood. And what we're looking for is interviewers who would interview people in the neighborhood. It could be family, friends. Now it's volunteer service work. We're just trying to capture all the stories and basically get an idea of what happened in the community. It's just to voice yourself. And what it'll be is it'll be posted online in the database, and people from around the world can actually log on to the New York Public Library website and see what had happened in this community and in this neighborhood. So it's basically a way to voice yourself and give your story of what actually took place here, and your story of growing up and what has happened and took place in the community and all the changes. So we're actually excited about that. We're the first project in the Bronx to do that, and we're very excited. So for my branch, October 22nd from 4:30 to 6:30, and Saturday, November 1st, from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. we will be having training sessions for interviewers. So if anyone is interested in participating, we definitely are looking for that. Or even if you just want to voice your opinion and your story, we're more than welcome to hear that as well.
Yeah, I'm already participating in the Pelham Parkway branch because that's where I started out right across the
Sure,
street.
sure, it's not a problem. It's all we're all together in this. So it's actually going to go under the same title. The title is Voices of the East Bronx Park, and then it's there's subcategories for each branch.
Yeah, when I lived in the other side of the Bronx, like the $10,000 for Classroom Point Library, when they were saying that they were closing. And I get that money from the senator, the councilwoman, and the attorney. That we can do this. But Rafael and Kelly, we have to work, to do something about it. Because I love libraries, because I love reading. And I went to your library. The library needs books. It needs a lot, things to see that the library is flourishing. The library looks so sad. And, I was thinking that, what I can do in the future, to help the library, because you go now to Classroom Point. Classroom Point is beautiful now, they repaired it. Now we need that.
Yes, and I agree with that. I actually really do agree with that. And when I stepped into that branch, before I stepped in, they had removed about, if I'm not mistaken, it was 6 shelves from the library and got rid of a lot of old material. But the way we do that is, when I stepped in there also, I did go through what's called a weeding process, and I eliminated any books that were on the shelf that have been sitting on there for 1.5 years or longer and that have not circulated. And what we do is we make room for material that's coming in brand new to the community.
No, but we, the community, have to do something for that library. It's too sad No, going inside.
Yes, I have came from.
After? Did she read after?
Sure, I've came from a branch that had tremendous renovations. So me stepping into the branch and seeing how dull the library was, yes, Allerton branch, I can say it, was a dull library. If you step in there now, a year later, almost a year later, I have made tremendous amount of changes. Try to liven up the place, try to add more signage so people can understand I am fighting for more things. It does fall within a budget though. So I am waiting on approvals for some other cool amenities in the Allerton Library. One of them is furniture.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have a children's department?
Yes, on the second floor we have a children's department, and temporarily myself and another staff member was running it because my children's librarian was out on maternity leave. She has returned.
Oh, good, okay.
So
Because there's lots and lots of impoverished families and the libraries are great.
my main focus was the children's room when I first got there, and we've made tremendous changes. And we had our summer reading party. It was actually 134 kids that attended that.
Wow.
134 kids in which we supplied juices for them. We supplied art. We supplied a music program for them. We gave them snacks. We gave them goodie bags that had scented pencils in them, that had headphones in them, book bags. So we are trying to do a lot
One last
for the
thing.
community.
Recently discovered a couple of years ago, and I don't think it was one of his family members, Dr. Seuss material that had not been published before that's out now. There's more important stories and other stuff, so.
I'll look into that and try to get that into our
That's the latest
collection.
thing now with the kids.
Okay, person in blue, then Fran, then Diana, and then Francis.
I just want to go over what she was saying about, I went into that branch 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I used to work there like 40 years ago. When I was a kid, I worked there as a page. I don't know if that's what they call them anymore.
Yeah, they're still called pages, yes.
But it was like, we had the carts, we go through the aisles and everything, books coming in. I was like, where'd all the books go? The place is like half, even more than half, empty.
Yeah, that's right.
There's shelves, there used to be, that whole section used to be a reference section when you first come in, you know, past the main desk.
Yes.
And I know things are more computerized, people are doing more online work. You had most of the people sitting there with their computers and everything. I was like,
Statistics-wise, yes, it is improving. Technology is becoming a major factor. And I noticed that people that are stepping into that branch are coming to print, to use the computer, to find jobs. So I am trying to accommodate those needs by, if you've noticed, when you walk into that branch, there are 5 computers that are behind the desk. Now, I never have 5 staff members behind that desk at once. So I am trying to convert 2 of those PCs to public PCs to help out the community. So that when people come in, you don't have to sit and wait. You can get logged onto a computer. I am fighting for those
no, I'm
things.
just saying,
And
that's.
books,
We have a short time, so I
Yeah.
want to get to everybody. So Fran, okay, Diana,
anyone have any questions?
Diana?
About the books, I think the way it's supposed to work now is that you're supposed to request the book you want, and then it will be sent to your library from somewhere in the system. So there's fewer and fewer books on the shelves in the local libraries, but the idea is that you go online or you ask at
You
the
can place a
library
reservation.
for the book to be sent to you, but you can't browse if you know what you want.
A couple
And
of years
The
back.
other question is it true that you can't just go to the library and give your extra books to the library? 'Cause I tried that. And
No
Yes,
more.
We'll answer
I
that
was
question.
like,
Can't.
No,
they said no, you
the
can't
library
give us
does not
books.
accept any donations anymore.
why
Now,
not?
the way it used to work was that we accepted donations and we were the ones that were processing the books. Now the books already come processed with the labels on them, entered into the system through the companies itself. So they
But
basically,
if I have extra books that I want to give away, that I want to give.
a church, a senior center, daycares, adult daycares, they're the ones that accept those.
Here,
What we do is if they do come in and, because we send them out to a location in Long Island City, and from there, they sort that
I
out.
just-
hold on, wait. Francis, Kathleen, and then
No, I'm not, I don't have a question. I just want to say, I'll give you my number because we can donate them to the schools as well. The schools will take them.
Francis and Kathleen. Francis and Kathleen.
A few years
So I haven't heard anything about the petition, but I have had a problem with that. That's came to my attention. Now, the adult computers are not filtered. They're not filtered. They can actually go in and do. The way it works is basically, if someone is feeling disturbed by it and they complain, I can ask that person to go to turn it off. Well, we used to have privacy screens where we gave them, but since the updated technology of the flat screens, they got rid of those. So I can go up to the person that is watching it and ask them not to do that. But there's no official rule banning them from watching pornography in the library.
Okay, Francis, you got the last question. Francis, you got the question?
Books will become obsolete because I haven't been to a library for a while, and I went to the one I liked.
No.
The shelf was almost empty.
You're right, and
Some medical books, there was nothing.
another major factor that factors into that is what's called, the library implemented what's called a floating collection. So the way that works is basically, I can request books and order books brand new into the library according to the community's needs. But as soon as you walk into a library, take out that book and return it somewhere else, if it doesn't have a reservation, it stays in that location. Wow. So our collection is constantly floating around and changing daily. The only libraries that stay with their collections and receive their material back is the major library, which is Bronx Library Center, that's located on Fordham.
Oh.
That one, yeah, Kingsbridge, 310 Kingsbridge Road, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
One other thing I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, quickly. On October 10th, which is Friday at 2:30, for anyone that's interested, we have someone that's coming professionally to speak about job search and unemployment tax tips. And I am looking for ways, if anyone here feels that the community is in need of something, a program, please let me know and reach out to me, and I'll do my best I can to get help within the community. And I would like to build a relationship with the community. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me, because I did grow up in this neighborhood.
Hey.
Thank you so much. And we have a, thank you so much. I'm so sorry to rush you.
It's okay.
If anyone needs calendar or information about the oral history project, I'll come over and give it to you. I just would like to introduce Doris had to leave, but Bronx House has a lot of activities going on. I have their program guide here. If any of you are interested in joining, I will hand it out as well. They do have one thing that one of our board members was very interested in. They're having apple picking Saturday, September 27th. They have a bus going out from Bronx House at 10 a.m. There is a transportation fee. If you're a member, it's $10 per person. If you're not a member, it's $12 per person, and there is a cost for half a bushel. But if you are interested, I'm going to go around and hand out all this material.
Thank you very much.